Good morning. Guess what day it is? It's May 9th. There are a couple of things going on today. It's Lost Sock Memorial Day. It's Fantastic Friday, giving sharks a voice. So I'm going to tell you some information. This comes from the National Oceanic Administration. Sharks use their gills to filter oxygen from the water. They are a special type of fish known as elastobranchs, which translates into fish made of cartilaginous material or tissue. The clear, gristly stuff that your ears and nose are made of. This category also includes rays, sawfish, and skates. Their cartilaginous skeletons are much lighter than true bone, and their large livers are full of low-density oils, both helping them to be buoyant. Even though sharks don't have bones, they can still fossilize. Most sharks can see well in dark, lighted areas. They have fantastic night vision and can see colors. Sharks have small black spots near the nose, eyes, and mouth. These spots are special electroreceptor organs that allow the shark to sense the electromagnetic fields and temperature shifts in the ocean. Shark skin feels exactly like sandpaper because it's made up of tiny teeth-like structures. They are pointed toward the tail, and they help reduce the friction from the surrounding water as the shark swims. This was interesting. When you flip a shark upside down, they go into a trance-like state called tonic immobility. So sometimes you'll see people, oceanic people working on a shark, and they'll have it upside down. Vertebrae contain concentric pairs of opaque and translucent bands. Band pairs are counted like rings on a tree, and then scientists assign an age to the shark based on the count. Researchers must study each species and size class to determine how often the bands are deposited, because the deposit rate changes over time. So just like the rings on a tree, there are rings in a shark that tell the scientists how old it is. That's amazing. The blue shark displays a brilliant blue color on the upper portion of its body, and it's normally snowy white on the bottom. Whale sharks are the biggest fish in the ocean. They can grow up to 12.2 meters, that's over 40 feet, and weigh as much as 40 tons by some estimates. Basking sharks are the world's second largest fish, growing as long as 32 feet and weighing more than 5 tons. Mako sharks have very pointed teeth. White sharks have triangular serrated teeth. Each leave a unique telltale mark on their prey. A sandbar shark will have around 35,000 teeth during the course of its life. Wow. Sharks exhibit a great diversity in their reproductive modes as well. There are egg-laying species, and there are live-bearing species. So sharks have a keen sense of especially smell. They can smell something a quarter of a mile away. They have streamlined bodies, powerful jaws, and high speed. Their electromagnetic sense can detect weak electrical fields produced by other animals. The predator shark reminds me of the devil. Satan knows when someone has strayed away from God, like the fish out of the school. He will pounce when you are at your weakest. We need God to defeat Satan. There's an interesting story in Acts 19:13 through 17. It says, "Then some of the itinerant Jewish exorcists took it upon themselves to call the name of the Lord Jesus over those who had evil spirits, saying, 'We exorcise you by the Jesus whom Paul preaches.' Also, there were 7 sons of Sceva, a Jewish chief priest, who did so. And the evil spirit answered and said, Jesus I know, and Paul I know, but who are you? Then the man in whom the evil spirit was leaped on them, overpowered them, and prevailed against them, so that they fled out of that house naked and wounded. This became known both to all the Jews and Greeks dwelling in Ephesus, and fear fell on them all, and the name of the Lord Jesus was magnified. So in a world that seems to be full of evil, make sure that you have Jesus in your heart. You cannot defeat the enemy in any other way.